All right, so you made it to the third and last method, which is going to be the difference of squares. And I purposely left this one for the end because honestly, I think it's the easiest method. So I think probably factoring trinomials is the most complicated. Again, just because you have to figure out which two factors are multiplying to a specific number and adding to a specific number. So there's a lot of different like criteria you have to meet in order to find the correct factors. Difference of squares is a method that we use only when we see that there is a perfect square in my problem. So again, there's always going to be two terms. So you use the difference of squares when there's going to be two terms. So again, this is going to be a binomial, again, set equal to 0. So I'll check off the other ones. So I can't use GCF. Again, I have a 1 here and a 25. Again, there is no GCF between them except 1, so that method wouldn't be effective. I see I can't do the trinomial method. I don't have 3 terms, again, so that one's not going to be effective. So what I'm going to do is this method called the difference of squares. Okay, you're going to set it up the same exact way you set up the factors for a trinomial. Again, to get back to x squared, I'm multiplying x times x so I can begin my 2 sets of parentheses here. Okay, then I'm going to take a look at this number here. Again, it's called the difference. I have a minus, that means difference of squares. Okay, I have a perfect square. The number 25 is a perfect square. Again, I'll remind you of the perfect squares. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. Again, these are all perfect squares. 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, and so on. Again, I can keep listing forever. Again, the one we have is right here. 5 squared gives us 25. That is called a perfect square. Okay, so my 2 factors are going to be 5 times 5. Okay, again, so I have 5 and 5 are going to multiply to get me the 25. And in one of your terms, you're going to want to have a plus. In one of your terms, you're going to want to have a minus. Again, I want to multiply back to a negative 25. The only way I can do that is if I do 5 times a negative 5. And it doesn't matter if you list, like if you wanted to list, for example, x minus 5, x plus 5. Again, that's going to be the same exact thing. Doesn't matter which one you list first. Again, all of this is being multiplied, so the order will not matter. It's like multiplying 2 times 3 is 6, but 3 times 2 is also 6. So again, it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. Okay, again, these will be my 2 factors there. That is called the method of the difference of squares. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now. Again, this is going to be a short one. Try 4B on your own. And again, when you unpause it in just a second here, I'll put up my solution so you can check. All right, so again, hopefully that gave you enough time to practice. Obviously, if you paused. Again, so I'm going to set up my 2 factors here. If you always want to like run through the 3 methods in your head, okay, I start with GCF. I don't see a GCF here. I have a 1 and a 16 again. There is going to be no GCF I can pull out. Again, I don't want to use the trinomial method we just learned earlier because we don't have 3 terms. Again, trinomial method we're going to use for 3 terms. Okay, but I do see this special number 16 is a perfect square. So again, I need to break up my factors. X times x is going to get me to this x squared. Again, I want to get to negative 16, so I want a plus and a minus. And I know 4 times 4 is what gets me to 16. That's the perfect square. So these are the 2 factors you should have ended up with. Okay, again, you can go ahead and move on to the next video. At this point, we've learned all 3 methods. Now you're just going to practice doing the extra step of solving. So again, just a few examples left here. So you know all the methods now, and now we're just going to solve some of them. So we're going to just do an extra step at the end. So again, when you're comfortable, move on to the next video, or if you need to rewatch this one, go ahead, take as much time as you need.